The following High Button Sports presentation of the Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League is a training broadcast. You're currently watching preseason coverage. Our broadcast crew is using these preseason games for training and preparation for the upcoming season. Thank you for your patience as our crew gets our reps in. Regular High Button Sports coverage begins soon.
Join Three's company. You're back to back to back.
And welcome back, one and all, to the Keating Center here in beautiful Antigonish, Nova Scotia. For this contest taking place between the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush and the Cape Breton West Islanders here in preseason action. I'm your host for the contest, Brendan Maloney, and we're in for an exciting one here, as both teams with plenty of call-ups from the younger players try to mix in the lineup. The Islanders especially, only one returning player from the original last year's team for this game, and that would be John Huey McGuinness. For them, as all new stock of players here for this preseason game for the Islanders, apart from John Huey McGuinness on defense. As that one taken behind the goal. Poking at it with the goal stick there was Carter Kirsten, who gets the start and goal for the Islanders. Working the offensive zone, the Rush looking to get on the attack early here. On bounces in the corner, good battle for it there. As John Huey McGuinness tries to take hold behind his own goal, slides it across, interception. Here comes a shot to the front, and that one paddled aside. Back in behind the goal. Good pressure here by the Rush early. They're going to get on the attack and put the Islanders on the back foot here early in the first. Game of momentum. You want to get momentum in your favor, and if you can capitalize early, you can get that pendulum swinging in your favor. As that went out to neutral ice. Chasing it down the wing now. And working wide is Asher Sampson. Sampson still with it, trying to drop it off. That one picked out by Guthrow. Guthrow lead feet ahead. Looking to spring his man. And McIntyre's a hard check there in the corner. Worked out front. Back on the side wall, back behind the goal. So going to get a stick on that was Laporte. Banked off the glass and out. Gets that move back across. McPhee dumps it in, takes a check on the way through. Big body on defense from McPhee. Number 18 for the Rush. The captain of this Sydney team. As another battle in the corner. So the Rush with some good pressure here early. Start things off, a quick shot. That one deflected off the defense and into the glass area. Taking with the Islanders, that one off the glass and out. Here come the Islanders the other way. And trying to make a move there was Colton McIsaac, and that one whistled down on the offside. My mistake. Looks like there's a too many men on the ice penalty here. So I thought there was an offside call, but apparently there's a penalty on the way. And so it'll go against the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush. The first power play of the game will go to the Cape Breton West Islanders. So after an early pressure opportunity onslaught in the first couple minutes from the Rush, now the Islanders got a chance to get their own pressure in on a man advantage here. And that one taken in by Austin. Trying to work it to the point. That one squeaks out to neutral ice, and the Islanders have to reset here. Another defense across. In the zone comes Austin. Austin checked hard into the wall. Got slightly to his feet around behind the goal. Another hard check in the corner. His bodies come together. Back in for the net, open side. Unable to corral it there was McIsaac, as he had an open cage up against Reed, who gets the start and goal for the Rush. I'm just going to work out of their own zone here now in neutral ice. And crossing the right wing side. Working there was McClellan. He was stymied aside. Here's a chance in front of the net. Can't get the shot away there. Was Austin. Back out to neutral ice. In comes Miller down the wing. Miller trying to dance with it. Works it into the corner. That one knocked away. McDaniel trying to exit the zone now. McDaniel dumps it in, goes for a change. as the Rush gain possession of their own zone. One fired off the sidewall. All the way down to the corner. Unable to get the shot away. Banked back by Stewart. Islanders in their own zone here. Just 35 seconds left in the man advantage for the Islanders as they're stuck in their own zone here, trying to get it back up the ice. That one picked out by Guthrow, unable to get through. Batted out of the air, knocked down. In comes Stewart. Drops it off. A chance for John Hugh McGinnis, dropping it off and in. Another shot towards the front, another shot, that one blocked aside. Drive from distance goes wide. In the corner, resetting of the Islanders now, just a few seconds left in their power play, almost expired. Here's John Hugh McGinnis, maneuvers and fires it around the boards. We're back to even strength 5-on-5 here. That one taken in front, picked out by the Rush, and out they come. To neutralize, lob back in by the Islanders. As the Rush defense back to intercept that. Clearing pass out through neutral ice for Parks as he tries to skate in. Stymied aside there. Moved back across for McPhee, who couldn't handle the pass. As the Rush try to advance, that's going to be whistled down on the offside. Face off a neutral ice just outside of the Islanders zone. And moved out. Could be a break here, and just too much momentum on that hockey puck, and not as much momentum on the skates there to catch up with it. As it almost was a clear break there for Ryland Peoples, but wasn't able to catch up to that puck. One dumped out down the ice. Nice maneuver there by Frazier as he moves it across for a chance for Sampson. Sampson turns off a check. Back out to neutral ice again for the reset for the Islanders now. Frazier dumps it in around behind the goal. Ryland Peoples trying to gain a step there. He's up against 3 Rush defenders. Islanders in on the offensive zone now. On the point. Trying to work it out. Down the ice comes Parks. Doesn't make a move. Quick shot. Save. Rebound chance. Loose in front. It's still loose. Can't get the shot away there on the rebound. It's a good couple of saves there by Kirsten. Islanders are going to clear. Unable to get it too far. Physical play starting to ramp up here in the early goings. Is that one taken in? Can't get the shot away there. Back out to neutral ice. Dumped into the corner there by Jones. Jones skates it down. Can't get a hold of it. Out to neutral ice. In comes McIntyre. Can't get the shot away. Islanders reset. Trying to advance. Picked off there. And fired in by Miller. Back behind the goal. Outlet play to neutral ice. Picked off by McPhee. Send it across for Barry. Outlet pass. Finds the stick of Miller as he skates in. Can't get the shot away. He was taken down on the play. Back on the side. Delayed penalty upcoming on that takedown play against the Islanders here. So the Rush will go on the power play here shortly on that holding call. Face off the offensive zone for the Rush here on the power play. Rush players on the bench hammering the boards and encouragement for the players on the ice. That one fired down by the Islanders right off the jump to get started on the penalty kill. Worked in below the goal line. Forechecking effort there. Islanders take possession. Going to kill some time here. That one's fired down. Right in the corner. And picked up here by Barry. Barry. Pass it across to Lewis. Lewis near side. McPhee unable to handle that as it was cleared down the ice by the Islanders defense. Stopped up by the goaltender in Reed for his defense. In Lewis, who skates out with it. Lewis pass across. Trying to advance it on that power play. Still unable to get some momentum started here on the man advantage of the rush. As Islanders doing a good job to shut things down so far on the penalty kill. Just 58 seconds left in that bid for the rush. Here's McPhee. Powerful defenseman for the rush. Fires a shot right away, and that went off the side of the goal. Almost looked like they want to sneak at 5-hole there on a quick surprise shot towards the goal, but able to get exactly the target he wanted there on that shot. Lobbed out, chipped over, and gloved down by Kirsten for a whistle and a stoppage. Once again, we're always glad to have you folks with us watching at home and at the rink. Those who can't make it to the rink, of course, we're glad to provide this service for you. To see all these games and all the action from preseason to season to playoffs all year round, all the action, ups and downs. Plenty of ups and downs all year long to look forward to here for your favorite teams. As compete level seems to rise even higher with every passing season with youth hockey. We're very proud to be a part of this. That one taken in by the Islanders. Going to clear it out off the wall. Here to come on the attack now, it's Merrick Stewart. Stewart behind, cycled onto the point. Quick drive by John Hugh McGinnis, deflected wide off. Looks like Reed got a piece of it with the pad. Another couple moves, another shot there, loose in front. They can't get the shot away. A couple of chances there. Denny trying to escape, loose in front. Trying to get the shot away, chipping away at it here. The Islanders on the attack now, looking to gain some opportunities and some pressure opportunities. Is that one shot deflected wide? And then back in the corner, quick drive, pad stop, loose in front, picked off. And cleared by Pemberton. All the way down the ice, John Hugh McGinnis picks it up. Outlet all the way down. Dump and chase effort here for the Islanders. Spun in front shot, and that one, quick stop there by Reed. That one cycled on the near side on the point. As Sampson dumps it in. Hard check there right in front of the camera. You feel that one shake the tripod. Then moves out over the line. In comes Parks. Parks down the wing. Wrapped around on the far side. Hard hit there, just inside the blue line. As McPhee knocks his man to the ice. Backhand shot, score the other way, and the Islanders open the scoring on a breakaway after a huge hit in their defensive end. They get possession of the puck. And it's Asher Sampson with the goal on the breakaway. Beautiful backhand deke to make it 1-0. The Cape Breton West Islanders here just halfway over through the first period play. So plenty of hockey left to play. Just over the halfway point of the first period. Islanders strike first. Now here come the rush on the attack. It's Crawley. Quick drive goes over the goal. Back in the corner again. Looking to get the cycle going here of the rush. Nice move there by Sampson again. There's Sampson. Back in the corner. Rush looking to get out of the zone here. Loose in front, and want to look at the shot away there. Was Peoples. Here come the Rush the other way. Down the wing. It's Miller to the front, and that one just deflected aside. Here come the Islanders out with it now. Moving down is Crawford. Stops up. Look at the shot away. That one taken away by Crawley. Stopped up just outside the blue line by Jones. Jones drops it back for Boyle. Islanders with possession now. Here comes Jones. Jones down the wing. Holds on. Jones a shot. Save made. Shutting down that angle was Reed. That one moved out to Miller now. Miller gets checked by Jones. But he got it deep as the Islanders go to reception here. Islanders moving out with it. Banked off the wall. Here comes the chance. Moving down the wing. Shot. Save made. Rebound chance. Cleared away. Great defensive effort there by Andrea. Out comes Lewis with it now. Lewis over the line. Drops it off for Botars. Rush looking to hustle after it behind the goal to get some cycle efforts going here. Bit of a stalemate behind the goal here as they try to get the puck loose. Here's Botars with it, trying to put it onto the point. Spins it back in the corner. Good pressure by the Rusher, unable to capitalize just yet with a good passing play if they can try to get it to the front, but the Islanders do a good job of clogging up the ice there in the defensive end. As here comes McIntyre, working through neutral ice. Still with it, dropping off. Quick shot, that one whistles wide as Lewis took that one. Back to retrieve that is Graves. He just moves it up the ice. As John Hugh McGinnis back to pick it up. Interception, here come the Rush now. Unable to get the shot away there was McIntyre. And the left wing for the Islanders, outlet play. They come down the ice with speed. Hard check there. As Phillips was knocked to the ice. Islanders with a reset here. Thought wiser forcing it there was John Hugh McGinnis. Is that one cleared out of the zone? Over the line is Lee. Lee has drive. That one patted aside by Kirsten. Back in front again. Another pass in front shot. They score! And the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush on the board here to tie it up at 1 with a beauty passing play in front. So 2 beauty goals, one by either team here. It looks like it's Guthrow with the goal. So all tied up at 1 apiece here in the first. Off the draw, Islanders with possession, looking to advance. Cycle back in deep. Around. That one fired in. On the reception was Graves, wrapping it around the boards. Back off the wall again, picked up by Guthrow. He's got the goal for the Rush as he dumps it in. Hard check there in the corner. On to the point, Graves cycles it in.
Mitsubishi Rush, goal scored by number 93, Ben Guthrow. Assisted by number 10, Kingston Laporte.
Ben Guthrow with the goal for the Rush. Is that one taken out by the Islanders now? Out of the play. Here comes McIntyre. McIntyre shot in deep. This physical play still ramping up here in the first. One worked in the corner. Onto the point. Cycled in there by Barry. Taking him behind, wrapped off the wall and out. McPhee chasing it down here for the rush. I mean, icing call against the Islanders. Face off in the offensive zone here for the rush. Miller on the draw. Miller taken down there. He's got tangled up with the linesman. And taken in the corner here by Crawley, trying to set her out front. That one on the point. Going to move it across. And it's a rush reset and neutralize. Over the line, pass in front. Here's a chance. And then we'll get the shot away there. It's taken away defensively. Another shot to traffic. Kirsten makes a save and holds on for the whistle and the stoppage. Taking it behind the goal off the draw. Islanders are going to gain possession here. Out to neutralize. Fired back in by the rush. Stopped up by Kirsten. There's defense and a close call there. As Boyle tries to clear. Islanders out with it, dumping it in the corner. Foot race for it here. Islanders on the attack. Pass in front. One taken away by the rush. Back off the linesman there as players tangle up there on the wall. Back in front, here's Sampson. Pass in front. Here's a chance shot. Score! What a shot. Beauty pass and great finish there. And it's James McCory completing the play to make it 2-1 Islanders here with 3:02 left in the first. Off the tie up at center ice on that draw. Banked off the glass at the neutral ice. Come the Islanders now. That's a knockdown. Or rather, Ray McDonald was knocked down, and there's going to be a delayed penalty here on the play. A tripping call on the way. And it's going to go against Ray McDonald of the Islanders, so the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush will be on the power play here for the next 2 minutes of regulation. Face off in the offensive zone here for the Rush. 2 minutes on the clock for the power play. That one towards the point, but in between the defensemen, it goes all the way back down for the Rush to reset here. As that one gathered in by McIntyre. Here's McIntyre. Cross to Crawley, or Lewis rather. Lewis dumps it in. He's making chases Graves. Back in the corner. Dump back in by the Islanders as Reed stops that up. Rush are going to clear the zone here. One dropped off for Graves. Graves back behind for McIntyre. Here's McIntyre. Cross for Graves. Graves over the line. Dances, and that one's whistled down the offside. Face off in neutral ice just outside the Islanders zone. Rush with possession now. And across to McPhee. He pass ahead. There's Lee. Off in front, here's McPhee on the point. McPhee a drive, save made by Kirsten, rebound loose in front, and cleared out of the zone, just out. As that one picked up and moved behind the goal and out by Barry. Taking into the zone. Back to the point. Centering pass. And Deacon, or rather McPhee, has to step back and reset the play. Cross out front, Guthrow. Dancing with it, nice move. Here he comes. Pass across, open side, shot by McPhee, and a great save there by Kirsten. Here's McPhee again on the point. Across the open side, Guthrow. Back to McPhee as they switch places. Across open side, quick shot. That one goes sailing past the opposite side as McPhee gets hold. There's 30 seconds remaining in the period here as that one fired towards the goal and goes wide. McPhee resets, good pressure by the Rush here. One clear down. And Rush have had a good amount of chances here in the first period of play, and some good zone pressure, especially in the first. But it's been the Islanders with a slight favor in capitalization so far. And that'll do it here in the first period of play. 2-1 for the Islanders after one. We'll be back shortly for this intermission break with your second period of play.
For Shaw. There's a set out, they score! And the Marlies win it 5-4.
The year that we all came in, it was a tradesman back then that they had, and we had a ton of fun, and we enjoyed being at the rink. We enjoyed playing hockey, and first taste of kind of being at the rink every day. My first time getting to travel through the province to play. Every weekend you're going somewhere else, not just staying in Cape Breton. I'll never forget those days. It was, we'd always drive to the rink, me and a couple of my buddies. The group that we had that year was one of my favorite years in hockey. When you grow up, you always hear about the guys in the country are really skilled, really highly touted, and here it's just put your work boots on. Back at that age, it's hard to see that. It's hard to see that you're going to be able to play hockey for a living. You're also thinking about your education and all that, and that's very important. My friends, that I've met them through hockey, whether it was through minor hockey, through major midget, through professional, just enjoy every day you go to the rink. I'm forever grateful for all the opportunities that I've had that hockey brought me, and it all started in Cape Breton with minor hockey, and then on to the major midget league, and I'm forever grateful for all of it.
And the officials getting the nets in position. Goaltenders warming up in their goal creases for this second period of play. Both teams switching sides for the second period, as the Islanders will be skating away from the camera, while the Rush will be skating towards the camera for this second period of play. And a 2-1 Islanders heading into this second period. See how things go here in the second in comparison to that first. Was taken in right off the draw, and a great save there by Reed to start things off for the Rush, as Islanders were in on the attack there. Sam Murray on the draw for the Islanders in the offensive zone. One onto the point to Sampson. Sampson's got 2 points so far in this game. He's involved with both goals. He has a goal and assist so far for the Islanders. That one in behind the goal. Rush are going to get out of their own zone here. Hard outlet off the glass and out. As back to retrieve that is John Hugh McGinnis. Hounded there by Miller. Here comes Miller again. Shot, blocker stop by Kirsten. Back in the corner it goes. Good cycle effort here by the Rush. Off the glass, onto the point, kept alive. Comes a chance, quick shot over the top of the goal. Quick release on that drive by McIntyre. Back in the corner. The team showing their strength here on the boards. As John Hugh McGinnis tries to work that puck loose. Hauled down to the ice there as John Hugh McGinnis on top of his man. Hard collision there into the wall. Goodness gracious, what a hit. Another hard check. Both teams taking chunks out of each other here in the second. Ramp up the intimidation factor here. Here's the chance in front of the net. Sampson to the net goal. He scores. Another beauty by Asher Sampson, this time to the forehand. Waited out the goaltender in Reed and tucks it on that glove hand low side to make it 3-1 for the Cape Breton West Islanders. It's his second of the game. One off the backboards. Here's Murray with it. Looking to clear. Try to cycle it in again are the Rushes. Cohen Fraser back to pick it up for the Islanders. He gets checked and knocked to the ice. Another hard check. Rush really trying to get that intimidation factor going here with a couple of hard body checks on the forecheck. Don't clear that to neutral ice. Over the line is Cuz McIsaac. Tries to drop it off to the point. Moved across. There's a shot through distance. Good save by Reed. Fire back in the zone by Murray. Here's McPhee. Outlet play all the way down. Whistled down as it's covered up. Bit of a skirmish there after the whistle. Face off in the Islanders' defensive end here is off the tie-up. Back in behind the goal. Picked off the backboards as it's gathered in here by Austin. Manson Austin. Moves it across as Boyle tries to clear, unable to do so. Boyle there to retrieve it. Here's Boyle off the glass and out and down the ice. That'll be an icing call against the Islanders. Off. Boyle clears. Doesn't get it too far though. It's still kept alive by the Rush. That one taken out. Neutralized by Phillips. Phillips clears into the zone. Chases it down for the Islanders. Back in the far corner. Banked off the wall. Taken there by the Rush now. Looking out with numbers. Moved across. Here's a shot. That one sails over top of the goal. Could have been deflected on the way too as well. Catch whether it was or not. Came off the sticks in a hurry. That one taken by Boyle. Boyle dances in neutral ice. Moves over the line. Boyle still with it. Shoots it, and that one over top. Deflected off the defense. Rush trying to clear. At the neutral ice. Islanders trying to gain possession here in neutral ice. Cycle back across. Picking it up was McDonald. Towards the goal, stopped up by Reed for his defense. As the rush looked to clear here. McIntyre drops it off. Down the ice with speed comes Crawley. Crawley knocks this man down. Cycled in deep. Play whistled down as the net is off the moorings here. And the officials will reset that. Draw win for the Islanders. And dropped off, and Johnny McGinnis clears it down. That's going to be whistled down the icing call. Well, reset of that face-off in the defensive end for the Islanders. One quick shot. Good stick save there by Kirsten. And taking him behind his own goal. One cleared out. As McClellan tries to clear. McClellan checked hard there on the glass. Still on his feet though. John Hugh McGinnis with it. Clear a pass ahead. And when taken away by the rush defense. Here come the Islanders again. The offensive zone. And able to advance it too far. It's brought up by the rush now. Gonna clear it in. Picked out by Murray. Murray unable to get too far. Here's the rush now with it. Trying to center it there. Was Crawley. Back in behind for John Hugh McGinnis. The lone returning Islander in this preseason game, John Hugh McGinnis. Down in the corner. Pass in front and off the back of the net. Here's Sampson again. He's got two already. Another one shot. That one deflected wide. Trying to bank that and off the pad of Reed. He covers up for the whistle and a stoppage. Face off in the offensive zone for the Islanders. Sampson on the draw. He's on hat-trick watch today already. We're not even halfway through the game. Very effective offensively for the Islanders in this contest. As the rush clear that one into the zone. After it is Murray. Murray checks his man on the wall. Sampson trying to clear it. They battle for it here. The shot from distance goes wide. Chasing it down is Frazier. Frazier, nice stick play there. One escapes out to neutral ice. Here's Sampson. Sampson on the line, drops it off, quick shot! And that one whistled off the glove and wide. As Reed got a piece of that. Back in behind the goal. Here's the rush, not looking to clear. Banked off the wall, picked up there by Boyle. James Boyle. Yanked off the wall by Peoples. Back in behind the goal, stopped up by Reed. I believe it's Ternidis actually in the goal now for the Rush, as number 33 now in goal for the City Mitsubishi Rush. My mistake. Is that one taken in by McPhee? McPhee trying to cycle in front. Here's a pass, and that one picked off. And a delayed penalty on the way against the Islanders here. And it's a tripping call. And it's going against James Boyle, it looks like. So he'll go to the box for tripping, and the City Mitsubishi Rush will go on the power play here. Just nearing the halfway point of regulation. Face off the offensive zone for the Rush. 2 minutes on the clock for the power play. Taking on the wing. Shot in the slot is blocked. When cleared out of the zone. As back to retrieve it is Parks. Parks across for Denny. Denny outlet play. Here come the Rush down the wing now. Lob play into the near side. Oh, a hard collision there as looks like McPhee lost his footing there on the way into the corner. Lucky to have not gotten injured on that play, as he was quite a bit of distance away from the boards with speed as well. Not a good place to lose your footing, that's for sure. That one cleared down the ice. As back to retrieve that is Timmins. Here's Timmins. Forced back defensively there by Austin. Play across from the Rush. 48 seconds left on their power plays. They center it in front. And able to get the shot away. Here's another chance. Cycling in behind the goal. Hard check there on Laporte by Murray. Islanders are going to clear that puck. Murray's on his own there. He's going to have need some help there from Frazier. Another hard check. That one all the way down. As retrieving that now is McIntyre. McIntyre behind his own goal, looking for an option here. As he skates out to neutral ice. Slides it across. Left in behind by Lee. Good check there by Frazier. Bodies coming together in the corner here. Trying to move that puck desperately here. Those players tangle up in a wrestling match in the corner. Oh, a hard check there by Murray, and Laporte turned to try to avoid it and got himself in an awkward position on the boards. Guthrow gets checked. Come the Islanders now. Over the line is McClellan. Trying to bust through, and that one taken away. Rush looking to clear. Stopped up in neutral ice. The pass picked out by Boyle. He's back on the ice after the penalty kill. Here come the Islanders now with speed. Shot, save made, loose in front, and covered up by Tornidis. And a goaltending change to the Islanders here as Kirsten goes off and Hugh Burchell comes on the ice in his stead. Face off in the offensive zone for the Islanders now. Here comes the Rush trying to clear. Here comes Crawley. Hard check there. Lewis. Gonna move it across. Rush on a quick shot towards the goal. That one stopped and covered by Burchell, his first test of the game. He's up in the offensive zone for the rush. Across. Good outlet there for McClellan. Will McClellan knocked down to the ice there. Another shot patted aside by Tornidis. On the point, trying to move it across. Has to reset here. That one touched the bench area of the Islanders, so that'll be whistled down as the puck went out of play. Face off the offensive zone here for the Islanders. Samson on the draw. He's already got 2 in this game. He's on hat-trick watch here once again. And banked off the wall, kept it alive at the point. Rush trying to work it out. Back in the corner. Rush on the attack now. Bodies coming together here right in front of the camera. As Miller tries to dig it loose. Two number 21s coming together here. As McDonald tries to dig it loose as well for the Islanders. It's the best shot of the action of the game so far, so another chance in front. Behind for Miller. Miller. Good check there in the corner. As McDonald was getting physical there. Another shot blocked aside by Burchell. It's McDonald trying to hold on to it. Here comes Andrea behind the goal. Andrea centering in front, loose. Great save by Burchell with the pad. Another hard check there by Miller. And his physical play really becoming a factor here in the second. Here comes Samson now. Through neutral ice. Over the line. Samson. Nice dipsy-do. Still with it. Avoids a check. Hounded there by 2 rush players trying to get him off the puck. Onto the point. Great takeaway here. Moving in, trying to get a chance of it. Oh, a hard check there on Miller. Seemed to be okay on it, though. Another shot, save made by Burchell. Here's Murray behind the goal. Murray intercepted. Here comes McPhee. McPhee a shot. Oh, he got a clobbering hit in there on Murray, who tried to take the body on him, and he got a little bit worse of that. Delayed penalty coming up. Oh, a hard check there into the numbers on Frazier. Looks like there might only just be one penalty call on the play here. There's no love lost between these two teams from last season, as this is the Islander rivalry between 2 Islander teams, the Cape Breton West Islanders and the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush, both on the island of Cape Breton. So these games are always quite a tilt. So a power play opportunity here for the Rush. A shot, and that one deflected over top of the goal. Looks like I'm wrong here. It wasn't a power play. It's 4-on-4 hockey. Excuse me. My mistake, folks. As Burchell having an equipment adjustment here in the goal crease. The helmet had to be adjusted there. And so we reset with his face-off. On to the point. Shot from distance, they score! Shot through traffic, found his way through, posted in on the shot from the point. And it's McPhee, Drew McPhee with the goal. And the shot from the point to make it 3-2 here and pull within one for the Rush. The Rush making it interesting here in the second. And plenty of hockey left to play here. It's just a 1-goal lead for the Islanders. Rush are knocking on the door here. And we're not even in the third period yet. There could be plenty more goals coming for both of these teams in this game if trends continue. Here comes a chance for the Islanders now. Jones down the wing. Jones dances to the front. They score, and right off the bat, back into the play come the Islanders the other way. Jones a pass across, and finishing off the play effortlessly there was Colin Crawford. They make it 4-2, and the Islanders regain their 2-goal spread here right after letting that goal in at their own end. So back and forth they go in this one. Here come the Rush down the wing. On the line comes Graves trying to drop it off. Here's Phillips. Drops it off for McGinnis. McGinnis. Cross from Miller. Or rather McDonald, mixing up my number 21s there. And taken by Miller now. Nice pass for Graves. Here's Graves. Can't get the shot away. Turns with it. Still with it, trying to put it to the front there. As Phillips knocks it in behind the goal for a chance for McGinnis to try to get a hold of it. Islanders in behind their own goal. And working with there was McIsaac, lost the handle. Moving across. Looked in the corner. Good physical play here. On the ice comes McIsaac with speed. Here's McIsaac. Over the line. Shot towards the front. Save made by Tornadis. Here come the Rush the other way. Shot there. Stick save. Burchell. He holds on with a whistle and a stoppage. He knocked his man to the ice there as well. Draw win for the Islanders. Behind the goal. Taken free by Islanders as moved across by Austin. Back in the corner it goes. Stopped up by Burchell. Drops it off for Boyle. Boyle across to Fraser. Fraser trying for an outlet pass. Here comes Austin down the wing. Knocked off the puck. Rush dump it in. Islanders defensively now. Another hard check. Gonna pass it in front. Onto the point. Another shot through traffic. That one deflected into the corner. Great pressure by the Rush in response. Trying to pull within one again. Time starting to wind down here in the second. Another shot to the front. That one blocked. Guthrow on the backhand shot. That one stopped in front. Another chance. Still loose. Another shot. Save made by Burchell. Still loose in front. Picked away. And Nanette knocked off the moorings here for a stoppage. Banked off the backboards. He's looking to retrieve it here. After this, Crawley. Crawley trying to set it in front. That one taken away. Here come the Islanders now. Out comes Boyle. James Boyle across the line. Dumps it in on that one. Out of play or stoppage. Islanders win that draw. Murray with a pass across. Save made, covered up by Tornadis. Face off in the offensive zone now for the Islanders. James McCory on the draw for the Islanders. On to the point. It's a shot through traffic, deflected over top of the goal. Back in the corner. Rush trying to clear. Islanders with possession now. Another shot, that one deflected into the corner. And blocked down in front. Rush trying to clear out of the zone. On the point. Another shot, that one blocked. Whipped around. Picked up here by McDaniel. Daniel pushed to the side. Here come the Islanders in the offensive zone. 70 feet in front, loose, and that one taken away with the rush defense. Good heads up play there by Graves. One dropped off for Butars. Graves trying to stick handle his way through. Cycles it in. John Hugh McGinnis after it. He gets checked in the corner. Absorbs it well and slides it across. As that one skated up by McClellan. Islanders set back here. John Hugh McGinnis now. He gets knocked down. Great play there. And a pass in front. Across. Sampson drops it off. Play in front. Here's a shot. That one goes wide. Nice couple of moves there by Ryland Peoples. Banked off the wall. John Hugh McGinnis trying to chip it ahead. Taken by McPhee. Drew McPhee. Oh, a hard check there on McPhee. Goodness gracious. That one goes into the corner. Whistle down on the icing call. With 22 seconds remaining here in the second. The corner. Rush looking for one last chance here before the horn blows to end the second. Here come the Islanders now the other way. Stepping inside, quick pass in front, and they'll get the shot away on the passing feed. And one last collision at center ice as players gather together as some extracurriculars here to end the second period. 4-2 lead for the Islanders heading into the third. We'll be back shortly after this intermission break.
For Shaw. There's a set out, they score! And the Marlies win it 5-4.
The year year that we all came in, it was a tradesman back then that they had, and we had a ton of fun, and we enjoyed being at the rink. We enjoyed playing hockey, and first taste of kind of being at the rink every day. My first time getting to travel through the province to play. You know, every weekend you're going somewhere else, not just staying in Cape Breton. I'll never forget those days. It was, you know, we'd always drive to the rink, me and a couple of my buddies. You know, the group that we had that year was, it was, you know, one of my favorite years in hockey. And, you know, when you grow up, you always hear about the guys in the country are, you know, really skilled, really highly touted. And here it's just, you know, put your work boots on. Back at that age, it's, you know, it's hard to see that. It's hard to see that you're going to be able to play hockey for a living. You know, you're also thinking about your education and all that, and that's very important. My friends, you know, that I've met them through hockey, whether it was through minor hockey, through major midget, through professional, just enjoy every day you go to the rink. You know, I'm forever grateful for all the opportunities that I've had that hockey brought me, and you know, it all started in Cape Breton with minor hockey, and then on to the major midget league, and I'm forever grateful for all of it.
The following High Button Sports presentation of the Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League is a training broadcast. You're currently watching preseason coverage. Our broadcast crew is using these preseason games for training and preparation for the upcoming season. Thank you for your patience as our crew gets our reps in. Regular High Button Sports coverage begins soon.
Company, they are your back to back to back.
And both teams back on the ice surface here for this third period of play. Linesman getting the nets in place as Hugh Birchall in goal for the Islanders for the third period. And it's Majic in goal for the Rush for the third. The Rush have had their share of chances in this game throughout the contest, but the Islanders doing a good job at shutting down those quality scoring opportunities keeping shots to the outside, making it easier for the goaltenders. And of course, the Islanders themselves have been capitalizing on the chances that they've had as well. As well as having a slight advantage in the puck possession game, in the neutral ice especially. In that transition game up the ice, trying to work and use their speed as a factor, and doing it throughout the game as well. Oh, a hard collision there, as looks like Graves was upended a little bit on the way to the boards. Unintentional, looked like, as one clear out the neutral ice. Graves turns with it. Graves trying to work up the ice now for the rush as Dipsy does his way through, gets knocked down momentarily there by Crawford. One worked out down the ice. Nice move to the front. Another passing attempt there by Sampson. Sampson's still on hat-trick watch here. Going taken out of the line into the corner by Miller. Miller body checks his way through there. Otter's going to clear off the wall, the far side. And picked off by McIntyre. There's McIntyre. Hounded there, neutral ice. Gathers it in and then draws a penalty on that play. And so, looks like there's penalty going one to each side here, so gonna have some 4-on-4 hockey. And that one taken in here by Frazier in his own zone. Stops up behind his own goal, looks for an option. Slides on the left wing to Murray. Or rather, Jones, excuse me. Down the ice it goes, touched up. Face off in neutral ice. Just outside of the Islanders zone. Here come the Islanders now, it's Jones. Jones over the line. Dipsy Doos, nice move, shot, and he just whistled that past the glove hand side. Another pass in front, it's a rebound chance, and they score! It's Jones picking up the loose change. And it's 5-2 for the Islanders. You recall the last game in Member 2 was a 5-2 victory for the Islanders as well. Still plenty of hockey left to play, of course. We still have the bulk of this third period to commence with. And so the Rush will have to try to dig deep here if they want to come back in this one. The Islanders well in control right now. One intercepted in neutral ice. Here's Boyle. Boyle. Moves it ahead and Phillips. Phillips drops it off. Here's a chance for Boyle in front. Backhand shot save made with the pad by Majic. Here's Boyle. Boyle across. Back in the corner it goes again. McDaniel trying to get a stick on that. Back around the corner. Here come the Islanders now. It's moved ahead. Hard check right in front of the camera there. Over the line comes Botars. Latar's in the corner. Back in for Denny. Denny trying to get a stick on that. Here's Timmins. And dropped off to Graves. Graves over the line, dips the shoulder. Can't get to the front. Once again, the Islanders doing a good job of boxing out that center of the ice area. Keep the quality opportunities to the low end for the rush. Brought back by McPhee. Drew McPhee drops it off to Deacon McPhee. Back across, Drew McPhee again. Back in the corner. Pass in front across, and I'm going to look at the shot away there. Good block there by the defense. As McDaniel got down on his left leg to block that shot. You know you're committed to playing the team game when you're blocking shots in the preseason, folks. That's commitment right there to the defensive side of the game there by Miles McDaniel. Another pass in front. Taken again by McClellan. Stopped up by Birchall, or rather, Majic. McPhee dances wide. Still with it. McPhee holds on to it. Shoots towards the front. One-hand shot. That one, close call there. It was almost a collision with the goalpost there. Here come the Islanders now the other way. Pass across. Unable to get the shot away there. Was McCory. He's already got a goal in this game. Oh, McCory made collision with the official there. Corey drops it off. Back onto the point. Across. Here's Sampson. Sampson on the point. Steps the inside. Sampson with it. Shoots it. Glove save. Looking for the hat trick there with Sampson. A nice glove stop there by Majic. Right behind the goal. Throw to the point. Shot through traffic. Blocked in front. Interception. Pass in front. Here's a chance. Move across. Another shot to the front. Open side there for Murray, unable to pull the trigger. Here come the rush the other way. Trying to pass it in front. And picked up by Murray. Murray outlet play. Finds Sampson, drops it off. Back across for Sampson. Touch play to the point. Shot towards the front, just whistles past the blocker side and past the goalpost. Islanders unable to keep it in. It's back in the neutral ice for the rush now. As that gets Barry with it. Barry. Outlet pass. No doubt for Miller. Miller left the puck behind. There's a foot race for it now as the Islanders look to get ahead. Chance in front. Pass across and open side is whiffed on there by Crawford. He's got a little too much air into that one. It's a rolling puck. I think he was expecting it to land flat and look to get the air under it, but it was already rolling and bobbling, and I got it a little too high. Here come the Islanders again. Another shot save made. Loose in front. And now here come the rush the other way. Another shot towards the front. That one deflected wide by the goaltender in Birchall. Nice move there by Jones. Jones in on goal. Back shot. He scores! His second of the game, and a beauty by Andrew Jones. A dipsy-do and a finish on the back end, and it's 6-2 Islanders. So now Jones is also on hat-trick watch for the Islanders here, as Sampson and Jones both with 2 goals so far in this contest. Jones tips it into the corner. Crawford off the wall to the point. Gets it back. Crawford dances to the front, trying to pass it. Unable to pull the trigger there was Peoples. Hard check by Jones in the corner. Here's another shot sailed over top. As the Rush unable to clear. The Islanders had an advantage in zone pressure here in the third. It's a change up from the earlier periods as the Rush were more on the gas pedal for offensive attempts, at least as far as zone pressure was concerned, especially in that first period. Islanders with an advantage in that department here in the third, although slight, but capitalization has been key for the Islanders here, using their speed to their advantage to create openings in the defensive wall of the Rush, and one of those chances have been capitalized with speed and quality opportunities, which are much easier to capitalize, of course, on than the low quality opportunities. The Islanders defense have done a good job in this game of boxing out the speed factor of the Rush as well. As those, a hard check there by McPhee on the wall. Goodness gracious. Lowers the boom there. Hard check, and Drew McPhee with a check of his own there. Both McPhees here showing their muscle here for the Rush. There's a couple hard body checks here in the third. Here comes Timmins, drops it off for Graves as he skates it out. Graves over the line, gets to the back end, holds on to it. Just behind the goal, left the puck behind. Rush on the attack now on the point. McPhee has drive, deflection, save made with the glove by Burchill. He holds on. Lee on the draw here for the Rush. On the tie-out, trying to get that puck loose. Cleared out to neutral ice, a reset here. As McIntyre moves it across, gets it back. McIntyre. And a play for Lee. Here's Lee. Guthrow. Lee a shot, glove save, virtually holds on. Islanders trying to clear here. A hard check there. And McClellan looks to clear it out. There's McClellan trying to dance with it. It's across on the point. There's Boyle. Boyle cycles it in. Right behind the goal. On to the point. Back across, and Boyle has to reset here as he turns back. Another play to neutralize. Across. Oh, hard check there. Bodies coming together. And McIntyre got the better of his man on that hit. Jump to the corner. Physical play still quite a factor in this one. That one taken out by the Rush. Moving on the left wing side. And we'll get the pass clean. It's just dumped in behind the goal for a forechecking opportunity. Out all the way down. An icing call against the Islanders. drawn to neutral ice. One wrapped in by Pemberton. Rush on the forecheck, trying to force a turnover here. Hard body check in the corner. Here comes Sampson. He's on hat trick watch. Stops up. Got the puck taken away. Hard hit there in the corner. Now that's going to be called, as a boarding call is the call on the play on that hit by Miles McDaniel. So he goes to the box for boarding. A power play opportunity here for the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush. Worked in the corner. Here's Miller. Miller across. Back in front. McPhee a drive. Save made by Birchall. He holds on. Miller. On to the point. Graves. On to the point. Here's Graves. Cross to McPhee. Back to Graves. Back to McPhee. McPhee. Tries to shovel it in. Wraps around far side. Graves again on the point. Cycle back in deep. Rush on the attack still. Just a minute remaining in their power play. No one left behind for Miller. On the point, Graves. There's a shot by Miller. Goes wide. McPhee on the other side. Wraps it around for Miller again. Good pressure by the Rush here. Back and feed to the point to McPhee. McPhee across. Here's Graves. Walks and shoots, and that one deflected into the netting for stoppage and play. Across on the point. Here's Laporte. Down low. Laporte. Or rather McClellan, that was stopped up there as it's dropped off. McIntyre. We use it for Crawley. Crawley over the line. Crawley steps in, can't get the shot away. Once again, the Islanders' box-out effort on defense on display there. Pass across and a glove save there on the saucer pass by Majic. There's a little bit of a skirmish behind the goal here. As Jones tangled up with McIntyre. Around near side. Up on the point. There's a chance at front shot. Whistles over top of the goal. Hustling after here is Boyle. Boyle. Nice moves. Backhands it in. Deflected on goal and a save made by Majic. She holds on. Face off in the offensive zone for the Islanders. Down to the point. Boyle a drive. Deflected away. Down the ice with speed comes Parks. Parks with it still. Shoots it towards the front. That one deflected wide. Here comes Jones. Jones, a backhand shot went wide. Another pass in front. McPhee. This is by. Feet ahead to Jones. Jones with speed tries another dipsy-do. The stick was slashed out of his hands there. That's going to be called. So Pemberton going to the box for slashing, and the Islanders will head on the power play. Colton McIsaac on the draw in the offensive zone for the Islanders. Wins it back to the point. Back across. Nice move there. Islanders still with possession. On the point, quick drive, pad stop. The front shot over top of the goal. There's another pass down low. Looking to work it across. And wrapped down below the goal line. Wrapped off the glass. Stopped on the point. Islanders again on the attack. Ready with it. Big shot goes wide. Back on the point again. With a slot. There's Johnny McGinnis pass in front, and whiffing on that one-timer was Austin. One cleared down the ice, all the way down, stopped up by Burchell. Burchell, 8 feet ahead. Finds the stick of McClellan. McClellan turns back. A reset here. Here comes McGinnis. Fan on that clearing attempt. And delayed offside here. McGinnis has to get back for the tag up. And over the line here comes Lee. Lee down the wing, lost the handle of it. 8 feet ahead. Shot towards the front block. Here's a chance in front. I don't know if we get the shot away there. Was Stewart. Stewart with a body check in the corner on McPhee as McPhee drags him down to the ice. A shot. Oh, it looked like it grazed the crossbar on the way to the glass. Here comes Miller. Miller over the line. Miller a shot over top of the goal. Looked to pick that corner. And there's going to be Islanders delayed penalty coming up against the Rush here. And a head contact penalty here going against Lee. Still go to the box. Face off in the offensive zone for the Islanders here on the power play. And it's a 4-minute double minor, so it'll take the bulk of this, or the remainder of the regulation play. Will be on the penalty kill for the Rush. Burchell stops it up behind the goal, and that one. So down another head contact penalty here. This time it's going to go against the Islanders. So that will nullify the power play. Taken behind the goal here by Boyle. Boyle working out the neutral ice. Over the line with speed. Boyle behind the goal. Islanders again on the attack. It's McCory. The cross. And picked up by Miller. Miller skates to neutralize. Saucer pass across. They're working in the zone. Here comes Sampson on the line. Sampson. With speed. Sampson still with it. Turns. Avoids a check. Onto the point. They cycle it back in. Denny. Denny saucer pass across to McIntyre. Leaves it out. Here's Miller. Miller still with it. Holds on. Passes in front, loose in front. They bang away at it. Another wraparound bid. Scrambling there was Burchell. And we're down to the final minute of play here in the third. Someone move to the far side. Looking after it's Miller. Or rather Andrea. McGinnis, nice move. Lead pass ahead. Trying to beat the defense. Backhand shot goes wide. And that trigger pulled by Crawford. Comes a chance in front of the net again. Wrap around bid. Can't get the shot away. Still loose in front. And getting a hold of it is Andrea. Peoples trying to get possession of that. Good wrestling match in the corner here. And as seconds die down here in the final minute of play, that'll do it here. The Islanders hosting the game here at the Keating Center in Antigonish win it by a 6-2 final score. The Islanders lining up on top in this one. Well, that is the final for your game here on this day as both teams line up to show their sportsmanship at the end of this one. 6-2 Islanders, the final score at the end of 60 minutes. This has been Brendan Maloney from High Button Sports, and from all of us here at High Button Sports, we thank you for tuning in as always, and we'll see you in the next one.